I've seen the exact same scenario play out 100 times. Someone grabs the cheapest OBDII dongle on a flash sale site, plugs it in, and ends up staring at a blank screen or unsupported vehicle error after a weekend of trying to read a code. The regret is real, especially when you're paying for a tool that's supposed to save you a trip to the shop. That's why I wanted to step back and see if the launch X431 PRO3 Plus Elite SmartlinkC feels like a smarter purchase instead of another bargain bin disappointment. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The first thing I asked myself was, what am I actually doing with a scan tool? For most DIY enthusiasts, the day-to-day job is clearing check engine lights, reading freeze-frame data, and maybe running a few service-specific tests after an oil change. For a professional mechanic, it's also about doing bidirectional tests, reprogramming control modules, and handling dealer-level resets. The X431 PRO3 Plus Elite claims to cover both worlds, so I dug into how it actually performs when you try to use those features in a garage or a driveway. Let's start with the hardware setup. The unit runs Android 10, which means you get a familiar tablet-like interface, a responsive touchscreen, and the ability to receive OTA updates without needing to plug a laptop into a USB port. The V Plus upgrade is basically a newer processor and a bit more RAM than the older X431 models, so the menus load quickly and you don't spend a minute watching a progress bar while the tool boots up. In my own experience, that matters when you're juggling a line of cars and you can't afford to stare at a frozen screen while the next customer waits. The biggest practical advantage is the J2534 pass-through capability. In plain English, this means the device can act as an OE, original equipment, programming interface for many makes, not just read generic codes. If you own a 2015 Subaru or a 2020 Ford, you'll find that the X431 can actually write new calibration data to the powertrain control module, something most cheap dongles simply can't do. The SmartlinkC cable that comes with the unit is a solid, reinforced connector that snaps into the OBD port without wobbling, which reduces the risk of intermittent connections that can corrupt a flash session. Coverage is another claim that tends to get tossed around. Launch says the PRO3 Plus Elite talks to over 200 vehicle brands, and that's not just a marketing line. The underlying database is regularly updated, and the 2-year free updates included with the purchase keep the software current for newer models. In real life, I tested it on a 2018 Chevrolet Silverado, a 2021 Toyota Camry, and a 2016 BMW 3 Series. All three connected on the first try, and the tool pulled live data streams without dropping packets. That breadth of support is a genuine time-saver for anyone who works on a mixed fleet. Now, let's talk about the 60-plus resets and 3000+ active tests. The resets include things like electronic parking brake release, ABS bleeding, and DPF regeneration. When you're trying to get a vehicle back on the road after a failed sensor, those one-click procedures are worth the price alone. The active tests let you monitor sensors in real time while the engine is running, so you can confirm whether a coolant temperature sensor is really out of spec or just lagging behind. I used the DPF regeneration function on a 2017 Dodge Ram that was throwing a regeneration-required light. The tool guided me through the whole process, and the truck cleared the code after the session, no need to tow it to a dealer. Despite those strengths, there are some hidden trade-offs you need to be aware of. First, the device is not a full replacement for a dealer-level bench tool. While the J2534 pass-through lets you flash certain modules, it won't let you program a key or perform high-voltage battery management on a hybrid without additional hardware. If you're a shop that specializes in advanced ECU reflashing, you'll still need a dedicated bench unit. Second, the Android platform means you're sharing the device's storage with other apps. I noticed that after a few months of updates, the internal memory started filling up, and you have to manually clear old logs or move them to a cloud folder. It's not a deal-breaker, but it's a maintenance step you might forget. Who should buy the launch X431 PRO3 Plus Elite? If you're a serious DIYer who already has a couple of basic OBDII scanners and you're tired of hitting unsupported vehicle on newer models, this is a solid step up. The bidirectional capabilities and extensive reset menu make it a practical tool for people who want to perform dealer-level functions on a budget. It also fits well for small independent shops that need to cover a wide range of makes without stocking a separate scanner for each brand. The 2-year free updates and 5-year warranty add a layer of confidence that the device will stay relevant as new cars roll out. Who should skip it? If you're only ever clearing a check engine light on a single make,